One of the most important things that comes with creating an entertaining video is your background music. After analysing the music behind a whole plethora of different YouTube videos, I found that the most common genres are going to be a really nice vibey jazz electric guitar type sound, and then your rock and heavy metal. The rock and heavy metal stuff, no worries, I can do that without any problems. It's the jazzy, vibey stuff that might be a little bit different because I just haven't written anything in that style before. I've got some new ideas, plus I've found some old recordings that I think have got potential. All we're going to do in today's video is collect all of these ideas together and write them down. To keep things simple, I'll just use the acoustic guitar for all of this section. Now the first track, which I have dubbed C sharp major rock track, is something I came up with in 10 minutes, which is going to be pretty obvious once you see what I've written. Long story short, I've got a third YouTube channel with me and the boys, and we just record whatever it is we do when we catch up. It's our incredible personalities and excellent funny things that we get up to that drives the videos. But for one of our videos, what we needed was a little bit of a song. So I asked one of the boys, I said, what do you want, A, B, C, D, E, F, or G? And he said C. So what? Good start. And then I said, would you like C normal or C different? And he chose different. Okay, we're dealing in C sharp now. Would you like happy and upbeat or sad and slow? He said happy and upbeat. So C sharp major. That is our key. I then started just playing around, and in about 45 seconds I came up with this. There's our verse. And then, well, let's just say that this is quite a revolutionary chord progression that only I have come up with. No one else in the world has ever thought to do anything like this. It goes. That'll be the chorus, and as I was improvising, trying to come up with some sort of lead thing, I did this. Turn that into our bridge. Second time through, it's basically identical. But we just switch the ending. So we have our G sharp to C sharp as our 5/1 cadence to start the verse again. Those will be our three main sections. I've also got a fourth one which I'm pretty excited about, which I've stolen from Red Hot Chili Peppers and Green Day. It's the chorus, but every instrument except for the bass guitar is cut away, so we just have this. And then slowly we can add the instruments back, so we might go drums. Then maybe the guitars come back in, and then we go everything back in full effect. That is going to be our first track. Let's move on to the second one. I came up with this track when I first got my wah-wah pedal, and it starts off with the same intro as Voodoo Child, so I'm going to completely rip off Jimi Hendrix here, but it's going to be the wah-wah muted strumming. That's what we're going to do. And then our main riff, we're going to be in E flat standard, but just for now I'll do it in normal E tuning. We're going to go like this. And then that will also go as a little bit of variation, and all of that will be with the wah-wah pedal. And then we have a little chord progression which I think starts there on the Hendrix chord. I can't remember the rest though. I do have it recorded as a YouTube short. Here it is. So we've got we're going to do it in E. I think the Hendrix chord, that's an E7 there, because you've got your E, your major third, your flat and 7, so you've got your E7, and then that note there is E, your 9, your sharpened 9th, I think. So that might be an E7 sharp 9, and then that would mean our next one, which I was shown a couple of years ago by my guitar teacher, who, it's probably about 4 years ago now. It's sort of a funk kind of chord. E7, I'm going to say it's just a sharp 9, E7, add 9, and then to an E flat diminished. That is going to be our maybe pre-chorus or chorus, see how we go. And then I do have an additional thing, which might be its own song, I'm not too sure yet, but it could fit because we're in the same key, and it's sort of a rip-off of Johnny Lee Hooker, and sort of a Stevie Ray Vaughan. And it goes, if I can remember it, there it is. then in classic 12-bar blues fashion, we'll go to the A. And then of course the B7. Which we could use to transition into something like that, sort of a shuffly thing. Again, 12-bar blues, so that we can do a lead guitar solo. That is going to be either just our second track or our second and third track. I just need to see how that fits in with that. Moving on to our third track, which could be our fourth track, you never know. It's sort of the first jazzy thing that I wrote in 6/8, and when I think jazz, I think seventh chords and non-diatonic things, and maybe chord changes and stuff like that. So we started up here. Now all of these songs, I believe, were written on my electric guitar, because I usually sit there and play the electric guitar. And all I want you to do is imagine this on the electric guitar with maybe the Strat and the neck pickup, and then a whole immense amount of reverb. Be like this. That's the main section, which leads us back into that, which we can repeat, or we can go back down here into G7, I think, yep, C, and I like adding that open E there for a double stop unison type thing. It's probably not the right term, but there's our C7, which goes to this. There's your non-diatonic thing. Then we do a little move up. Something like that. And apparently we have a third section, which I cannot remember writing. The chords, as far as I know, go A to E, to D, I actually like that. I hope that's recorded, because otherwise I've got no idea what I've just done. But that is our third track, which is our first jazzy thing. And I may as well show you the second jazzy thing, which is an old idea. And all I came up with is this little E 7th chords moving thing. That's what I had, and then I've written this recently. And then I want this chord that I learnt from Steve Ray Vaughan. And then something like that. That is our other jazzy song, so track number 4, E minor intro track. This one I did ages ago, and it was supposed to be the intro music for my YouTube channel's videos intros. And it goes like this. And then I came up with this. That's our sort of versey chorus thing. And that is that. So it's been repurposed for this video, and I actually really quite like that, especially now that I've added the think that was my first try at using triads like that. Then we have a drop D thing. I think it was just playing around with octaves, kind of like with Everlong. I don't know where I can take that though, so if I come up with a better idea than that, I'll scrap it and I'll keep it for something else. Maybe it's a good idea to add as an additional part to another track, I'm not too sure. So that is all I've got written for that one. And then we have... the next couple of tracks might be a little bit interesting because they are completely improvised songs that only go for about 10 bars, which I did because I kept re-recording the same video. It was just a DAW tutorial, whatever. The first one, which sounds really bad, but I think has potential, goes like this. There you go. So that is in the key of G, and it's just playing around with that 1-3-5 triad on the bass guitar. That's what that song is based off of, and I'm going to call that our title was DAW video. I'm going to call this track Triad Bassline in G major. That's the title. And I don't actually not remember what track number this is. It might be 7, might be 8, might be 5. And now I just need to find the other track that I did for the video, which is not saved onto the DAW. So I hope that I've downloaded it somewhere. There it is. We can reuse that one, and I just want to see if there's any others that I've missed. This is the rock track that I've already recorded for the same purpose, and then here is the heavy metal thing that I also recorded. Oh yeah! That's cool. I need to add that one in, which is, I think that's, I'm just going to title that one Blues E in D major. We have 9 tracks. I just need to come up with another one right now. What I might do is just go back through my phone and my iPad and such and see what other ideas I might have. I think I've got something. December of 2019 is when I wrote this, and the cool thing about what we've got so far is we have blues, we got jazz, we got rock. What we don't have is heavy metal, and what I just found right now is this, which I think has quite a lot of potential. Not sure where it goes from there, but I'm thinking real big, fat, heavy guitars. Maybe something there. I don't know, but something really big and heavy and just a giant sound with some really basic, very driven, smashing drum type hitting stuff.